Hey everyone, it's Presley at ActOutGames.com here, and today is Comic Book Thursday, and we're getting back on track because we missed last week when we were in Salt Lake City. So we are going to be reviewing books from this week and last week. So we're going to be doing 1872-3 and Princeless Book 2-4. Alright, so let's start with 1872. So this 1872 is really interesting because, like I said last Comic Book Thursday, they're definitely veering away now from the typical like Western show trope. I won't say why because that's like a big spoiler and I don't want to spoil stuff like that, but it's definitely veering away, and now actually a couple of the characters are kind of starting to get their powers that they have like Tony Stark has a super duper simplified version of the Iron Man suit, which is really cool that he's getting his powers, as well as Bruce has this green gel that is probably gamma radiation. And it's really cool. It kind of foreshadows that in the next couple of issues that everyone's powers will start to come out, which is super duper cool, and I'm excited to see it. Like, even though I did enjoy kind of the human versions of these characters that didn't like 100% have their powers, now that they're getting their powers, it's going to get super duper interesting because I'm excited to see what these characters with their powers would be doing in a Western style thing. And as always, this art style is just really nice and beautiful, and I've noticed that the colors in this one seem a little less saturated than the other ones. It seems to be like darker colors, but I really like the way that it looks. Like there are a few pages that have like brighter things, but those are like the subjects of the pages, and it's executing it really well, so it's not making it like super duper obvious to any reader that the subjects are more bright than the rest. It's executing it really well, and I only really noticed it because I'm trying to improve my art myself, and for those of you who might have seen that I got new Copic markers, so I've been trying to improve my art, so I've been kind of looking at the comic books to see what they do to make the art look so amazing. Now let's talk about Princeless. And as always, Princeless is representing something that doesn't get too much representation. And right now, Princeless represented the manipulative relationship. And it didn't put it in the manipulative person in a positive light, but it put the Angie, who was in the manipulative relationship, she found out about the manipulative relationship, and she fought back, and she got herself through it, which is a really important thing to be represented, because there are several people that are in abusive and manipulative relationships, and they don't have any representation of it, and they don't have my representation of people fighting back. And it's really nice that in Princeless they are having that. They're having this person, Angie, who fights back against her manipulative relationship, which is super duper amazing. And Angie's definitely redeemed herself in this book. Like, she seemed to be she in the last book was kind of tropish, like super like kind of edgy, perfect character, and then she totally redeemed herself in this book, and now she's becoming a really lovable character. And also the little plant guy has a new house with Angie, and it's adorable because the part of the manipulative relationship that Angie was in was her getting turned into a vampire. And since she's a vampire, she can't go out of the sun, even though she didn't really want to go out in the sun anyway. But she couldn't go out in the sun. But then the plant guy makes this canopy for her so she can be outside, and it's just super duper adorable. And I'm really glad that everyone starts to get this like happy ending, except of course for the abusive person, but there's like this super duper happy ending in this one, and I'm looking forward to next time they're going to be rescuing the twins. And they apparently always fight, which I am excited to see how that works out. So both really great books. This is kind of a typical thing that I'm saying at this point, but 1872 is a little bit more darker than Princeless is. So it's a bit of a darker, more serious book, but it's still really good. So both of them are really good, but if you're uncomfortable with darker stuff, then read Princeless first. if you're gonna read 1872 at all. So they're really, really great books, amazing, and I'm super duper excited to see where they go with both of them. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye!